And we are live here with week 2 of WSSEA Splatoon 3. We got a match between Southridge High School against I'm sorry for butchering this name. It is
Sedro-Woolley.
Sedro-Woolley High School. My name is Spicy, and I'm joined on the mic by Neptune. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good here, and you know what? I'm pretty excited here because, given the circumstance of the two teams that are fighting here, right? Both are medium to large schools in WSSEA, and they've been around for several years before. I do have a quote from Sedro-Woolley when coming into this. Quote, "We've played Southridge in Smash at 2 consecutive state championships. They've won both times, but in Splatoon is new, so we never played this game before, and that's going to be the end quote there." So Spicy, we're going to have not a Smash showdown, but we're going to be having a Splatoon showdown between these two schools. So I'm interested to see how both these teams are going to be playing off one another here.
Same here, and I think it's great to know that these two teams have history, not just in S- Smash, but really just in esports in general, but really just in WSSEA. Sedro-Woolley, one of the founding schools, if I remember right, for WSSEA, and then Southridge has been around for a long time as well. You've talked about the history between these two teams in the Smash scene, but Splatoon's a new game, at least for these two teams. So I'm interested to see how these two teams interact, how these two teams engage, and I'm wondering because I didn't get a chance to see, but maybe there's even some crossover between Smash and Splatoon between these two schools. So you have players getting to play each other again, just in a different game. Some things are gonna carry over, but it's gonna be cool to see these two teams fight it out here, especially with the season still being pretty new.
Yeah, definitely. We are on week 2, I believe. We got in our first week round of matches here. I believe both these teams are currently 1-1 as well. So a lot of strong talent as well going to be in for this matchup here today as well. And Spicy, I want to give a little bit of a I want to go back to a little bit here on that point between Smash and Splatoon, right? And how both teams are typically maybe have a Smash background, right? And they're playing it now today, and how similar concepts here. I want to see not necessarily ledge guards, but like checking those ledges, right? And making sure both these teams are coordinating their plays as well. Because even though they might be two different games, there are still a couple of things you want to do. Most specifically, playing for your life while also knocking out the enemy team as well in this case here. But Spicy, is there something there's something interesting about this format I also got to mention here as well. It's going to be what was it, we're going to be starting off with Rainmaker right here. So the thing is, we're going to be having a best of 5 right here, and the mode is already pre-selected, right? And I believe from the first map right here, it's going to be Inkball Art Academy, right? And we're going to be basically swapping right between who gets to counter pick as well, depending on who loses as well. So that's going to be quite an interesting format here tonight as well.
Yeah, in a way, the format is actually very reminiscent of Smash. You think about it, here's 3 players on each team, one stock each, I guess. Best of 5. You have counter picks. This is pretty much very similar to Smash. So that's looking great here if you're Southridge. But I know Sedro-Woolley is looking to rewrite the narrative, put something else here. So we're going to have Sedro-Woolley over as the Alpha team, Southridge as the Bravo, that being the yellow and the blue respectively. So I think it's going to be shaping up for something interesting, especially as we go into Rainmaker Inkblot as our first game. I know between the two of us, we typically see other modes really here on Inkblot, but seeing Rainmaker I think is going to lead to some really interesting dynamics going to kick off the set.
Yeah, for sure. Rainmaker on Inkblot Art Academy. It's not typically the mode you see for Inkblot, right? But I can still see some interesting, particularly after that first checkpoint. It is going to be quite the hurdle to get it through. To the enemy's platform, as well as pushing it all the way into the enemy spawn. For those who are not familiar with Rainmaker specifically, it's essentially like a capture the flag type thing, but instead of capture the flag, it's capture the fish, and you have to bring this fish to 2 checkpoints right here. You have to get the first checkpoint right, and then you have to get to the second checkpoint, which is further along in the enemy's base as well. So I'm curious to see what weapons will be played, because if both these teams have quite a lot of history, right, as well, how are they going to interact with their weapon pool and their specials is something I'm going to be looking forward to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a great a lot of insight really just when we see these opening comps, as we get a chance to see who we got going from each side so far. Gotta see what Sedro-Woolley has to put up here. Look at that, it's a very interesting comp on so far. Actually, great comps in terms of like how interesting these are to kick off this set already.
Yeah, not a lot of stuff you'd commonly see in the Splatoon competitive scene as well. We have more, niche picks like the Dapple-Doolies as well as the Splatoon Wiper as well. Both have a lot of object damage here. As you see, oh, wait, they're looking to, move up a little bit. There's a DC already from both sides here as well. I'm not sure the DC rules on this one, but it looks like we're going to continue to play this one out, Spicy.
Yeah, and this goes from a 3v3 to a 2v2, and this is a incredibly interesting dynamic as you lose 2 members, and that's an immediate wipe so far. Southridge already breaks that first checkpoint. Is already going to have the Rainmaker going to keep pushing forward here with a 2, and then that's immediate pick off here. But now that it's a 2v2, this dynamic has changed entirely to kick off this set.
Yeah, definitely. It's a 2v2 here, but hey, the tactical is going to be deployed here, giving your team instant respawns if they do get splatted right here. You also have a little bit faster movement speed as well in your fights as well. But hey, it seems like these teams are going blow for blow. Even though we went from a 3v3 to a 2v2, it is still quite interesting as both these teams are trying to find a way forward here, but unfortunately it gets picked off trade for trade, blow for blow. Oh, this is absolutely crazy, Spicy.
Yeah, it's an insanely crazy start here, Neptune, but we're already seeing now that Sedro-Woolley still trying to get something going here. Southridge holding on strong on defense. You saw that wipe once again. They're going to have the Rainmaker another time, trying to extend this lead. The first 90 seconds have been good. They already had the first checkpoint, which is pivotal. And look at them ride that railing up on the right side check. Now trying to move it up, not able to extend their lead here as their player does go down in the process. But now it's trying to see what's going to be the source of price here. This is the Buddha bomb coming out, and that's it's not going to pay off as Southridge is able to punish that move.
That is crazy right there. Sedro-Woolley just absolutely going insane right there on the defense here. Carefully positioning themselves in a way to be able to pop this Rainmaker from a safe distance here as well, to not bring too much attention here. Running a little low on ink here as well here. Keeping this Rainmaker popped here and keeping in the corner here can be quite interesting. But wait, another DC happened here as well, so it's a 1v2 situation as well. I'm not sure what's going on with the other players here. People are disconnecting from the lobbies here, but the Rainmaker is going to be ran all the way and slam dunk all the way towards the end there. Spicy, the disconnects, oh my goodness. They come for 1, they come for 2, and they had to take a 3rd soul, unfortunately.
It's unfortunate indeed, but Southridge, assuming this game counts, will have the lead in the set early on here, trying to rewrite the narrative as we've been talking about. But yeah, very unfortunate circumstances there. You saw the 2 disconnects early on, 1 from each side, and then later down the line, Southridge is actually the team with the disconnect. The second disconnect puts them in a 1v2 setting, so that's incredibly interesting. And now we're just waiting for the players to come back in. Hopefully there's no other connection issues throughout the duration of the set, because really you'd hate to see the connection issues like really affect the set overall.
Yeah, definitely. It's really unfortunate, right? Because I saw what was already happening. And we had the interesting dynamics happening between the 2 players right there, especially with the Dapple-Doolies consistently trading out the Rainmaker carrier as they tried to bring us forward. We talked about the choke point just being very difficult to like break through as well, right? And it seemed like there was just such a strong hold on the platform as well that there wasn't much of an answer for Southridge to be able to push much forward here as well. But Spicy, I think while we're waiting here a little bit, we do have to give a shout out to some of our sponsors here. Let's give a shout out to Zotac. A huge shout out to Zotac Gaming for powering today's stream. Thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping you showcase their amazing talent in Scholastic Esports. Let's show our support for Zotac Gaming by giving them a shout out on social media. Make sure you join their community on Discord, and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA when you post. You can also type !Zotac in chat for more info there. But hey, thank you once again, Zotac, for being able to bring this stream here, as well as help host a Splatoon league in high school of all things. I'm not used to high school scenes. I'm more used to the collegiate scene as well. So it's really cool to have a diverse set of what was it, schools participating as well as
Yes.
playing a what was it, a new esport essentially for them.
Pretty much, yeah, and you love to see the scene really grow, especially across the country. It's so cool to see that we are going to have a chance to see these two teams played out, and you're actually going to see that there's a mulligan now on that first game due to the disconnects on both sides. So it looks like we are going to get a redo of that, and I'm really interested to see how a full 3-on-3 is going to play out now, especially considering we saw and both teams were handicapped by a disconnect early on. But so now we actually get to see the full extent of these comps because we lost out on seeing like the splatter shot, for example, on the side of Sedro-Woolley, I think it was. And I was going to see a chance to see how these comps evolve and see maybe if there's even any adjustments really in how they approach and play this game after seeing what they get a little bit of a test run in that first game.
Yeah, definitely. We got a little bit of a preview of like how the interactions are. So, but I'm going to be watching out on the side of Sedro-Woolley, the Dapple dualies. You know, not only do you have such a fast and mobile weapon, and it gets deadly when you start to close the distance, and you have a lot of power to pop the Rainmaker shield as well. So I'm curious to see how that'll work here, as well as we get to finally see the shot in action as well on the side of Southridge as well. So that's going to be quite interesting as well to see. Okay, we are locking in. Same weapons, same map mode. Oh, wait. There's a roller
Wait,
now?
yeah. I was going to say Sedro-Woolley also switched off the Dapple to the Empire Splat dually, so you do see actually a couple weapon changes here from Sedro-Woolley. Meanwhile, Southridge is rocking the same comp, bubble already popping, and look at that, two members of Sedro-Woolley go down as Southridge is looking to not only take the Rainmaker, but get a wipe in the process, and then once again, early checkpoint and early lead.
Oh my goodness, 3 going down here, and it's just holding that gas pedal down. I'm trying to get a lot of momentum here. The Trizuga comes out, swiftly dodged as well. The end parries are going to be either choice of dualies today as well. They have the splashdown ready, and fortunately not popping it and going down, Spicy.
Oh, and did you notice that the Hydra has respawn Punisher too? So especially if there's no tactical or in play, which Sedro-Woolley doesn't have any, that was picks that the Hydra is going to get off here from Southridge really does so much damage really throughout the duration of this match. And you see now, look at this, the Buddha Bomb's going to be coming out and Southridge is still pushing up. There's a wipeout and look at this, I think it all the way to that last checkpoint. And look, a second time, doesn't need any disconnects here as Southridge now for sure gets this first game.
Oh, it's a blink and you miss it moment right there. I saw the members of Sedro-Woolley just trapped in the bottom left there. The Hydra staring him down. The rest of their teammates have pinched him out in the corner of the map right there. And not having many options there, unfortunately went down at an inopportune time. And that Rainmaker was just able to run in there uncontested and go straight to the second checkpoint. Amazing, Spicy.
Really was amazing. You just saw there's some like signs of like immediate coordination from the side of Southridge. I love seeing how the teams like played off each other there, especially like they get the numbers advantage and they know immediately what to do. Just run with that Rainmaker, get that, and really playing in your and maximizing your advantage state is so important here, and just going to do so much for Southridge there. So I'm wondering how they're going to approach this next one. We're going into splat zones for game 2, and it's a counter pick now from Sedro-Woolley. So wondering what the option is going to be from either side.
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of good spot zone maps here, definitely, and I'm curious to see which one they'll pick as well. Now, this is very interesting dynamic here, Spicy, because you have the mode already set, right? But the enemy team gets to choose the map. Normally, the enemy gets to choose the map and mode as well. And I believe we do have standard counter pick rules. You know, they're Smash players. They're well aware. If they win on one map, they can't pick the same map once again there. So, for example, Southridge cannot go back to Inkblot Art Academy for any future counter pick moments. They get, what was it? Any counter picks they get to choose, Inkblot is off the table right there.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing now, like, a map like Inkblot already being off the table, because Inkblot is pretty common in certain things. The game 3 is tower control, and that's the prototypical counter pick you see across really any level of play, I would imagine, even at the high school level too. So now it's all eyes are on what is Sedro-Woolley going to do here with Game 2, Splat Zones, they get to pick the map here as well, and it looks like we are going to Umami Ruins here for Splat
Ooh.
Zone, so I'm excited for this.
Oh, Umami Ruins, this is quite an interesting map mode because not
Mhm.
only, what was it, the zones are split by a middle block as well. You're going to have to capture both zones to be able to start scoring points. For those who are tuning in and not too familiar with Splat Zones right here, it's paint the square. Once the square is painted, you start ticking down the points there as well. If the enemy captures the painted squares back and fully gets control of the zone, you will be added penalty points depending on how far you have scored as well. So I'm curious to see a more neutral game mode as well, and I'm curious to see if the weapons are going to change as well, because if we have the Hydra back and it's setting up and Sedro-Woolley is going to be sticking to their short range weapons, they need to find an answer to that Hydra, Spicy.
Oh yeah, especially here when at 3v3, because like that's in typical Splatoon, which is 4v4, you have an extra player to help paint the zone. Paint is so important in Splat Zones at this point, and you are going to see the same comp from Sedro-Woolley as we saw in Game 1, and actually the same, almost the same comp as we have switched to the vanilla Tri-Slosher on the side of Southridge, rocking the Inkjet instead of the Tactical. What are your thoughts on the comp change?
Honestly, the Inkjet it can be quite powerful, especially in this 3v3 setting. Hey, if you're already confident in your fights already, might as well have something to help you out already. And Southridge, in a blink of an eye, already wipes out Sedro-Woolley as well right here. This is their first time playing in Splatoon as well, so they're looking for an opportunity to get these specials, look up and move. The roller is trying to quickly, swiftly run away, but the Zuka's gonna hunt them down and get shut down, Spicy!
That's unfortunate there, and once again, Sedro-Woolley is down to only one member up here. It is just the Empire Splat Zone, who does have Splash Online, but they are going to get picked out before we're going to be able to do anything here. You see the roller now and the Aerosmith trying to make their way back in. Aerosmith provides a lot of paint here, but they have to stay alive. Now watching what Southridge is doing, just being able to just hold on to this zone. Sedro-Woolley having to find an answer soon. They have the Reef Slider online. It's in play, but never mind. They're going to get picked out, and the Hydra, as you pointed out, is just shutting down Sedro-Woolley with that range.
Yeah, definitely. And the Respawn Punisher as well. For those who are unaware of Respawn Punisher, it's in the name right there. You're going to come back respawning a little bit slower, as well as less special charge as well. So going down that Hydra is definitely not something you want to be doing if you are, say, Sedro-Woolley right now. But right now, this Tri-Slosher comes in here, snagging the pick on the Aerospray, who is the main painter in that comp, and just completely knocks out 100-0. That was amazing, Spicy.
Oh my gosh, Neptune, that was insane, and it's very reminiscent of what we saw in Game 1. Southridge gets a wipe early, and then nothing Sedro-Woolley is able to do there, especially with the Respawn Punisher ability that the Hydra is rocking, as you've been mentioning. But yeah, once Southridge just gets that advantage, they are just able to hold on. And especially in a mode like Splat Zones, where you don't have to push all the way up, you just have to kind of play in front of the zone and protect it from there, let them come to you. Like, time ticks pretty fast in Splat Zones, especially if you have that big of a numbers advantage, and Southridge is able to just rock it all the way there and now go up now to a potential, and now at a match point actually.
Yeah, we are at match point here already. It is a best of 5 situation, and it's going to be Sedro-Woolley's counter pick on tower control as well. So I'm curious to see what they're going to pick for the map there. But Spicy, I need to just call out one moment I saw in that match that absolutely blew my mind: the Inkjet to escape the Reef Slider. Yes. That I wanted to call something out right there, but so many things were happening on screen, and we had to cover it as well. But just using the Inkjet to propel yourself away from this shark that's going to just come in and explode and cause this gigantic radius. That was one of the craziest Inkjet plays I've seen in a while, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you love to see the ingenuity there, and just like the ability to think on your feet that fast. Like, okay, I have an Inkjet. Reef Slider's coming away. You'll see people like, okay, run away, just swim away, squid roll away even, but no, I have an Inkjet. I'm just going to use my special to kind of just counteract that. That was absolutely brilliant. And like, we've been watching Splatoon like pretty much from teams all over the country, and that was one of the best things I've seen, and one of those brilliant plays I've seen there. It just really shows how much talent there is across the country. And speaking of like really across the country and at national level scene, I want to quick thank Landfest are helping to build healthy communities through gaming. They have 23 chapters across 18 states and over 150 events a year. If you guys want to go to landfest.com and check out our Washington chapters, Inferno Land and Emerald City Landfest to find an event near you. And like Washington especially is showing there's a ton of talent here. And I know we're part of the collegiate scene, and I'm wondering if any of those schools are watching this intently, trying to see like, ooh, I want someone who can like know the pop an inkjet when a reach slider comes. That is just amazing plays, amazing thinking. Like I'm hung up on that as well now.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, every time I think of collegiate, like, or just colleges in general, and how there's generally like one college that's trying to get particular students from like a particular high school, I think of Hungry Hippos for some reason. You know, they're just gobbling up all the students real quick right there. Man, we're gonna have so many students coming in next year. Why? Because we gave them offer letters. They're really good at Splatoon. They're really good at Smash. They're very good at Overwatch. Tons of games in WSSEA being covered here as well. So that's generally the mental image that comes to mind when I see talent and college trying to snatch it right under these high school noses.
Yeah, it's insane, and I'm ready to see some more like great plays. We're going to Manta Maria for Game 3, which is going to be held on Tower Control as well. So there's going to be some good stuff here. I think I'm really excited to see what are the options going to be, because there's, especially with the comps we've been seeing, those certain weapons are really going to have a field day on this map mode combination.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, the weapons that I'm seeing here, like Tri-Slosher, like Hydra, like Shot, and even like the Roller to an extent might be able to, use some of the ledges, right, on Manta Maria as well. There is a lot of geometry to this map. It's very vertically based as well as horizontally based. A lot of inkable walls as well, so players are able to swim up as long as it's painted in their color as well. But hey, it is going to be match point right here. Southridge 2-0 against Sedro-Woolley as well. So now we are going to lock it in, and we see a Stamper and a gold aerospace and 3 Clash Blasters.
Wait. Okay, I'm at a loss for words what we saw. I thought the Stamper and the gold Aerospray, the Aerospray RG was already going to be the big picks, big changes of the day. But now look at Southridge, now playing it with some confidence here. Rocked in the front 3 Clash Blasters. And like, Blasters get a ton of value on tower control. But once again, a wipe in the first 20 seconds. Southridge is looking to take this early and just now starting to rock this so well. Just watch what this comp is doing.
Oh my goodness, just another clean wiper is there. Another Zuka kick happens right here. 2 are down right here, but thanks to that booyah bomb, the user's gonna survive, but immediately gets wiped out. Once again, wipeout for wipeout here, Spicy.
Yeah, it's another one there. That's 2 within the first minute. And then another Trizuka online. And this is looking like Southridge is about to just march their way over and trying to reverse the narrative that's been happening and smash. The Aerospray is going down here. The time is ticking, and those are gonna be the points as Southridge High School with a 3rd wipe is gonna be able to win this set 3-0.
Oh my goodness. They said, okay, we're known for our explosive wipeouts at the start of the game. How about not 1, not 2, 3, and 4 back-to-back wipeouts on the side of Southridge High School? Amazingly and expertly crafted there with 3 Clash Blasters of all things. Like, I didn't even get a chance to comment on it.
Yeah, I remember just seeing 3 Clash Blasters and just being stunned at what we saw, and then there was a wipe, and I'm like, okay, there goes any doubts I had. And then a few seconds later, a 2nd one, and then to end it off, a 3rd wipe. 1 wipe for every Clash Blaster. I can't believe we are saying that right now, and that is insane. You can really tell that Southridge really wanted this one. You can just see just how well they were playing this entire time. They are now 2-0, I think, in this league so far. They are playing extremely well. Doesn't matter what weapons they're playing, how they're going to coordinate. They are just really on top of their game so far, and they're having a strong start to the season. Really looking forward to see what they can do later on.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations, Southridge. Here, you're gonna have to take another victory under Sedro-Woolley as well. Again, both very prominent schools in WSSEA as well, Washington State, and just so much talent from both these sides here, especially Southridge here. I got to give it up though to Sedro-Woolley as well, putting up some front and looking for opportunities. But hey, they just ran into a Titan that was what was it, Southridge as well. So again, GG's, well played. Got to give you guys a pat on the back and as well shake your hands for being both not only historic in the esports scenes, but rivals as well.
Yeah, we love to see that, and we love to see the people out here playing Splatoon 3 out here at WSSEA. That is going to be it for us here today. My name is Spicy and Neptune. It's always a great pleasure casting with you. Where can this audience find you?
You can find me at Neptune. It's a 2 instead of a TU and an underscore at the end, both on Twitch as well as Twitter as well. I mostly run stuff for Collegiate Splatoon as well, so if you are interested in that and you're still in high school, give it a second. Wait for another college to scoop you up like another hungry hippo. But Spicy, that's enough for me. Work of the find people, twitch.tv, find you.
People can find me on Twitter at 2SpicyBM or on Twitch at twitch.tv/spicy_BM. It's always a pleasure getting to do this and seeing the scene really grow. So I'm excited to see what we got. And maybe because we're both involved with the collegiate scene, we'll see some of these names in like next couple of years. And I'm excited just for the idea of that. I love to see what we got so far.
For sure, for sure. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and continue to follow WSSEA Esports as well. Thank you once again to Zotek Gaming for powering the stream, and make sure to keep following Landfest and their activities as well. As without this stream wouldn't have happened, and we won't be able to cover these amazing high school matches here, especially for Splatoon. Thank you guys.